everyone, I'm Adrija. Welcome back. Today I'm back with a very informative grammar related video for you all. And this video is about the comparative and superlative degrees of adjectives. Well, what are comparative degrees or superlative degrees? I'm telling you, they are basically used to compare two different nouns. At first, what are adjectives? Adjectives are used to describe a noun. I'm giving you an example. That is a beautiful picture. Picture is the noun and beautiful is the adjective. So, adjective is used to describe the noun. But what about when we need to compare two different nouns? So, at that time, we use the comparative and the superlative forms of the adjective. And the adjective that is used without any comparison, like just to describe one noun, that adjective is known as the positive adjective. Okay? The adjectives used to compare two nouns. Between two nouns are comparative adjectives, and the adjectives used to compare among more than two nouns, means three or more than three. Okay? Between two nouns is comparative, more than two nouns is superlative. I need to find the best among the three. So that is where we use superlative. But when we just need to compare two persons, two things, two nouns, we use the comparative form. She is better than me. She is better than me. Here the two nouns are she and me. Well, I mean pronoun. It is also used to describe a pronoun, right? So the two pronouns are she and me, two persons. And what do we use here? Better. Better is the comparative form of good. Now first let us know how do we exactly form a sentence with a comparative adjective. Here we are taking only two nouns, right? So first the first noun and then verb, then we have the adjective, the comparative adjective, then than, okay, then the second noun. Noun, verb, comparative adjective, than, noun. This is the sentence structure of comparative adjective. Now let me give you an example. Roses are prettier than marigolds. Roses are prettier is the comparative adjective, then we use than marigolds. So this is the sentence structure. Now the superlative one. The first two is same, I mean the first noun, the second noun. Then okay, after the first noun we use verb. Then the. Remember, before superlative adjectives, it is mandatory to use the. Okay, the article the. So, noun, verb, the, superlative adjective, then the object. Let me give you an example. Roses are the prettiest among all flowers. Roses are the prettiest. The superlative form of the adjective, among all flowers. Here, how many flowers are we comparing? More than two, right? Many different flowers, all flowers. So here we use the superlative form of the adjective. Now, in general, the main rule is that we add ER with the positive form of the adjective to make the comparative form. And we add EST to form the superlative form. So let's take the example of kind. Kind. It is an adjective. Now, kind plus ER. Kinder. Kinder is the comparative adjective. Kind plus EST. Kindest is the superlative adjective. Rich. Richer is the comparative, richest is the superlative. Same with poor, poorer, comparative, poorest, superlative. Loud, louder, comparative, loudest, superlative. Slow, slower, slowest. And then we have young, younger, youngest. You are younger than me, talk to me respectfully. Okay, or you are the youngest among all of us. That is where we use it. But this is the general form. Not everywhere can we use ER and EST to form the comparative and superlative adjectives. So now let's move to the adjectives where we do not use ER or EST. Okay, these adjectives are mostly made of two syllables. Okay, two or more syllables. Suppose useful, useful. There are two syllables in this word, right? So there we do not use ER and EST. We use more and most. So for the comparative, we use more or less. For the superlative, we use most or least. More useful, the most useful. More beautiful, the most beautiful. The black dress is more beautiful than the red one. The black dress is beautifuler than the red one? No, it's completely wrong. Never use beautifuler, beautifulest. No, the black dress is more beautiful than the red one. The black dress is the most beautiful among all the dresses. This is where we use more and most. Also with famous, more famous, most famous. Famouser, famousest? No, that's absolutely wrong. Mostly with two syllable words, mostly, there are exceptions, but mostly with two syllables words, we use more or less, and with superlatives, we use most and least. Now here comes another rules, that is adjectives ending with the letter Y. Here we remove the Y and add IER to form the comparative adjective and IEST to form the superlative adjective. Let's take the example of pretty. What do we use in pretty? PRETTY. Cut the Y, add IER. Prettier. Okay? Or cut the Y and add IEST. Prettiest. Prettier, the prettiest. That is how we form comparative and superlative adjectives of adjectives ending with Y. Some more example. Happy. It ends with Y. So cut the Y, add IER. Happy, happier, happiest. Easy, easier, easiest. The test was very easy. This test was easier than the previous one. This test was the easiest of all. That is how we use it. Now, another rules for you all. That is, the adjectives that ends with a consonant but has just one vowel before it. I am taking an example. Suppose sad. Sad is an adjective. Sad ends with a consonant and has only one vowel before it. Right? S-A-D. A is the vowel, D is the consonant. So, when we use these type of words that ends with consonant and has one vowel, just one vowel before it, that time we have to use the consonant 2 times and then add ER. I'm giving you an example, don't worry at all. Sad. The comparative form of this one is sadder. What changes is that SAD is the same, but then we add another D. So SADD and then ER or EST. SADDER or EST. So whenever you have these type of words that ends with one consonant and has just one vowel before it, repeat the consonant. SAD is the positive adjective. SADDER comparative. S-A-D-D-E-S-T, superlative. Sad, sadder, the saddest. Some more examples of these types of adjectives. Fat. Fat also ends with one consonant and has just one vowel before it. So fat, fatter, double T, the fattest. Big, bigger, double G, biggest. Wet, wetter, double T, the wettest. So that is how we use this one. Your apartment is big, but it is not bigger than their mansion. Their mansion is the biggest in the entire city. Big, bigger, the biggest. So these were some extra rules that you need to remember. Now there are some adjectives that follows no rules. They do not follow any rules like this. They do not add most, more, they do not even add ER or EST. They completely change their form. So one example is good. Good is an adjective. Will the comparative form, what do you think it is? Gooder? No, it's not that. It is better. And the superlative is best. Not goodest. Good, better, the best. Remember, the first example that I took was of good. So good, better, the best. Bad as well. Bad, badder? No. It is bad, worse. W-O-R-S-E, worse. And the worst. Bad, worse, the worst. For much or many. Much or many are also adjectives, right? Quantitative adjectives. So much or many, the comparative form is more and the superlative form is most. For little, the comparative form is less, the superlative form is least, the least. Then we have far. For far, the comparative form is not farther, it is farther or further. You can add A or E. It is basically American and British English, but you can use both of them. So far, farther or further, and the farthest or the furthest. You can use any one of them. So these are some exceptions. You need to memorize it. There are some things that needs to be memorized. They do not follow any rules. So don't worry, if you practice it regularly, then you will automatically memorize it. You don't need to remember things like you remember your studies. So these are very easy. Don't worry at all. Just use these things in your day-to-day conversations. You will automatically get the habit of it. So these are the comparative and the superlative forms of the adjectives. And yes, these are very commonly used in our day-to-day life conversational skills. They are very important because we generally we always need to compare two things. So at that time, remember these rules. Make sure to use them in your conversations. I hope this video will benefit you a lot. So this was for today. I wanted to make this video for a long time and I finally made it. So I hope you liked it. And if you like this one, then click on the like button and subscribe for more grammar related, conversation related videos if you haven't yet. And if you have any suggestions, then make sure to write it down in the comment box below. I'd eagerly be waiting for your comments. That's it for today. Meet you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.